Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite subject. That is the arena, because it's in an amazing spot, not at all broken. An account who can easily get to stage 20 on dragons, which is way down here, can't even do gold 2. So if you guys didn't catch the sarcasm, the arena is in a terrible spot right now. Plarium, you really need to fix this. Like, this is actually a huge issue because players, I've heard players going for Lydia before they're getting the arbiter missions done. That is not at all how it should be. And this is discouraging. It makes people want to quit, to be honest, because if I wasn't doing this free-to-play series, I would be discouraged to play, because now I'm like, okay, I'm following these missions throughout my path of progression. These were guiding me along for a long time, and I have this path saying go here, and then all of a sudden I hit a hard roadblock that I literally can't pass, and it's only so much knowledge that's actually going to help. I've been playing the game for a while. I think I have a pretty good team built, which I asked you guys to guess yesterday, and shout out to Christine, who actually guessed correctly the exact team, one of 2 people to actually guess, and Christine did get it exactly right. She said Haikatoon, Shear Money, Thylacia, and Yakarl. Exactly. Maybe Elhain, which was a very good second guess as well, being Elhain as the other nuker. But the arena, they really need to get fixed because it just messes up progression, the whole path, a lot. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that in this video, hopefully you guys can walk away with a few tips and tricks to hopefully build a better arena team, because while the arena is not in a good spot, I've seen a lot of people who I get in to do account takeovers on stream, twitch.tv/Tyrauku, and their arena team is honestly not very good. So it makes sense why they're not able to get into gold 1, they're not able to get into gold 2 if their account was to that level. So they may have the right speeds, they may have the gear, they may have the champions and everything, but the structure of their arena team just doesn't make sense. So I've already done the gold 1 on this free-to-play account. I did it a few weeks ago. Basically what I did is I dropped my player power. I had a video a while back talking about that. I'll try to link that at the end of this video, but you guys can go to the free-to-play series playlist and check it out from there. But basically it said, if you drop your player power, granted this may not be applicable if you're watching this video months down the road. Hopefully Plarium's fixed the whole system. But if you drop your player power to a lower number, you get matched up against a little bit easier opponents, because right now these opponents are based off of your player power. So obviously if your player power is 500, 600, 700,000 versus 200,000, you're going to be seeing very different players. Now that is true for anything below gold 1. Gold 1 and above is a free-for-all. Like, I've been seeing teams 2 million plus player power in gold 1, which is terrible. But today I want to go over my arena team. I want to talk about it a little bit. And then I want to get into kind of like the ideas about how my champions, and let's just do some arena matches, show you guys what I choose. But my absolutely OP arena team guys, this account is honestly crazy blessed with luck, okay? So we got a Void Legendary. I don't know if I should even be flexing this, because I know some of you guys don't even have your first Legendary champion, so this is going to make you feel bad. I'm sorry, I apologize, but at least, I mean, we only have 3 usable Legendaries. This one down here, I don't think I'm going to use him. He's not terrible, but I'm not going to invest in him. Not anytime soon. Yakarl, when I first pulled him, it was kind of like, I got a Void Legendary. He's good when I first pulled him, but he wasn't amazing. He wasn't like top tier. I wasn't excited to build him. He stayed at level 50 for a long time. And if you guys have been following along, you'll have known that. But he recently got a buff, so now his A3 ability is an AoE ability. Also has a chance to freeze, deals good damage, but if the targets have 75% or more turn meter, it's another freeze. It's a guaranteed freeze, unresistible, okay? Cannot be resisted, meaning he doesn't need accuracy. But he also gets increased damage on targets under freeze. So this is really important, because freeze, basically, if an enemy is frozen, they take 25% less damage. So if he has increased damage across those enemies with freeze, it doesn't necessarily boost, I mean, it kind of mitigates it, right? So it does definitely help out quite a bit. It's another weakness with Elhain. Since I'm using Shear Money already, and she's freezing everybody, if my Elhain hits into an enemy who is frozen, she's going to do less damage. The good news is, you guys will be able to get this champion down the road, because in the clan shop, Yakarl fragments. Now you do have to have a level 9 clan, which we are getting pretty close, I guess, level 8 right now. So we're a little ways away, but eventually we'll be able to start buying Yakarl fragments as well. And if you have a Gurgo, if you have a Shear Money, if you have any champion like that who does a guaranteed freeze, absolutely amazing. Now, he can also be used as your second champion. So in place of my Shear Money or whoever it may be, basically have a Haikatoon go first, your speed booster into Yakarl, and you can take advantage of that guaranteed AoE freeze if the target has more than 75% turn meter, which they probably will if you're early in the arena, and you just freeze everybody, lock everybody down, have your damage dealers or your decreased defense champion going pretty slow, which you'll notice here on my team is exactly the case. So let's get into this. Now, Haikatoon, she is my fastest champion on my account. It's been a little while since I've shown you guys my speeds, but I got super lucky on some of her pieces of gear. We have a triple roll speed, perception, so important. Make sure you guys are farming the faction wars with multi-battles plus the super raids. Faction wars has become so much easier to farm. So really there's no reason not to do it. I think it's probably one of the best things you can do with your time if you're only playing for just a little while, because as you can see, perception gear, you get lucky on piece. That's some really good speed. I mean, we got 2 triple rolls on 5-star. It's amazing. Okay, I already know that's absolutely amazing. Super lucky. The gloves, double roll there, double roll on the attack. Basically, how I got this speed gear was when I first started coming up, what I was doing, I went to Palace of Aravia. When I was able to farm Brutal, Palace of Aravia, I did a ton of stage 6 for the boots, okay? So make sure you get some speed, main stat speed boots. Sometimes you get lucky in a 5-star drops. That 5-star pair of boots, even if it's gray, doesn't matter. Gray, literally the substats, I couldn't care less what they were. Putting a pair of 5-star speed set speed boots on your champions is absolutely amazing. You're gonna use that across your account until you're getting a good haul of 6-star. Now, I've heard of some people doing Nightmare Chapter 6, Stage 6 as well to get the 6-star speed boots. That is a lot of energy to use. Honestly, I don't think it's the best use of energy. 16 energy per run. I would rather spend that in Dragon, but it's a viable option. It's definitely a possibility. You guys can do whatever you want with your energy, especially if you have a lot of it, right? And then after I did that, I went through here. These top 3 stages are very nice to do because even if you get a 5-star piece of gear, that's a common piece that doesn't have any good substats, you can still use that as a set to actually finish out that pair of boots. But I just did the other stages quite a few times, but I'll talk about that throughout the free-to-play series, but that's just kind of a quick overview. But as soon as I got into doing Dragon Stage 20, I did a ton of Dragon Stage 20, and I'm still doing a ton of it. So anytime I have energy to drop, Dragon Stage 20, which has helped me get those speed rolls on Haikatoon. And to be honest, I don't care whatsoever about the main stat, okay? Literally doesn't matter what the main stat was because she's not going to be used in any other content except for arena speed boosting. So literally just throw your fastest possible gear on these champions. If you have like a triple roll in a broken set, doesn't matter. Get your absolute highest speed. That's going to be good. That's going to be a starting point for your speed boosting champion. Now, a second ago, there's a few different options for this. A lot of teams, a lot of people in the beginning are going to use a speed booster into a speed booster. So like Haikatoon into Seeker, Haikatoon into a lot of different champions to do that double speed boost to get your team speed tuned nice and cleanly. What I've done instead is use Shear Money. So Shear Money freezes everybody, 100% chance to freeze. As long as she doesn't weak hit, it's going to be good to go. So she freezes everybody, allows me to basically run my damage dealers. So my Thylacia, my decreased defense champion, and my damage dealer, your Carl, pretty slow. Only thing you got to make sure is that whoever is to go second is actually speed tuned to your fastest champion. So you can do that very easy. Just go over to Deadwood Jedi's website, the arena calculator, plug in the numbers. If you guys don't know, you can just post your fastest champion in the Discord channel, which you guys can join the Discord down below as well. Join that. Ask some questions around about how you could speed tune your team, and definitely somebody in there can help you out with that. But another very budget option, I mean, it's a rare champion, but it's a very good option if you don't have a champion like Shear Money, if you don't have a Carl, if you don't have a Kymar would be amazing. Obviously, Kymar is tremendous for this job, but another good option is Gnarlhorn. So Gnarlhorn's A2 ability places a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. So basically, everybody on the enemy's team, assuming Gnarlhorn actually survives the hits from their A1 abilities, everybody on the enemy's team can only use their A1 ability on Gnarlhorn. So not many champions have a very impactful A1. Most champions' A1 ability is not really that scary. So having this is amazing. Now you can run your next champions pretty slow as long as your Gnarlhorn can survive, right? Maybe throw him in Swift Parry, good accuracy, make him speed tuned to your fastest champion, and boom, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about weak hits, nothing like that. Provoke is actually probably better than freeze, assuming the champion can survive because you don't have the damage mitigation. Plus, you don't have the hit that runs the chance of having a weak hit from Shear Money. Now, your Carl, he's not going to weak hit, but you still have the chance to resist. 3% chance to resist is just across the board. Now, Thylacia, I have mine built to be relatively fast, 174 speed, just a little bit faster than your Carl. So your Carl is 166, Thylacia just a little bit faster than him. Now, the key thing with her is to have her crit rate to 100%, got any extra crit damage I could get. This necklace, if I had a crit damage necklace, I would put that on there right now. As soon as I finish this video, I'm putting this crit damage necklace on there, assuming it lands accuracy, which would be absolutely amazing. But what I've done with my Thylacia is that I don't need a ton of accuracy to land debuffs in the level of arena that I'm currently at. So what I've done is I've tried to shoot for about 200 accuracy. She's basically in a hybrid build. Her accuracy is going to apply to majority of teams, assuming they're not running like a resistance lead, but even then, she applies it very frequently. So she has the accuracy to apply the debuffs, and then she has the crit rate 100% and the crit damage to back it up, good attack, and overall, she smacks pretty daggone hard. She's actually done damage to kill enemies before by herself before my damage dealer even took a turn. Because a lot of these people in the lower level arena, they're fairly squishy, okay? So right now her accuracy is 203, 115% crit damage. We're gonna get this necklace on her, make her even better. Her masteries are like this. I'm gonna show you guys all the masteries of these champions, and then we're gonna jump into some arena matches. Shear Money, just focus on accuracy and speed. Nothing else I really care about. Good survivability would be better, but I got some good triple roll speed here, so I got to throw it on there. Crit damage, don't really need that, but hey, you got to work with what you have. Now your Carl, he's not in lifesteal, nothing fancy like that, just strictly for damage. Pretty decent attack, pretty decent crit damage, especially for where I'm at right now. He does have flawless execution. Obviously, if you're using a champion you're using in your clan boss, a champion you're using in Dragon, they're probably going to want to go, oh, you guys can't even see it. He has flawless execution. You're probably going to want to go War Master most of the time, but for your Carl, I'm not using him anywhere else other than dungeons. I'm using him in dungeons, but he's perfectly fine in flawless execution. If you're using somebody like Kale, you may have to weigh out what's more important, because if you throw flawless execution on there, he's going to do more damage in the arena, but he may not do as good on the clan boss, against the dragon boss, and things like that. Your Carl, I don't have to worry about that because this is his focus. Now on battle log, my defense, it's got a pretty good amount of wins. Win to loss ratio is looking pretty good, to be honest. We're winning against some of these legendary teams. If you guys are curious, and if you guys want me to post some videos on here of account takeovers that I've done on stream, or when I do them on stream, if you'd be interested in seeing how I've taken some people's accounts who have trouble getting into gold, change their arena team, and help them get into gold, I can definitely post those. Not for sure if you guys are interested in seeing that kind of stuff or not, but there's been several situations where people have just small things. Obviously, the arena's in a terrible spot. It's in an absolutely annoying spot, but these small little things can make a huge difference in your overall account, picking the matches and how your team is built. I don't always go with these super fast teams. Sometimes I come in here, I'll throw in this team down here. If I know for sure I'm gonna be faster, I might throw in a Doom Priest who's pretty fast, gives me the increased attack. If it's a pretty tanky team that I know I'm gonna be faster than no matter what, since my Shear Money is pretty fast, I'll go ahead and do that. Teams like this, double speed booster, if I'm really trying to get into gold 1, I'll just say, not gonna worry about it. I'll just leave my list like this, go through who I know I can beat, and then move on to the next stuff. But some of these teams I get curious about. The Seeker team, Seeker's an annoying champion because he has the ability to, if you crit him, he's going to place increased defense on all the champions. So it's very annoying when it does happen, but we may be able to nuke through this no problem. Also, Yukaro, it's so awesome when Shear Money freezes, they break out of the freeze, and then Yukaro comes around with his turn and freezes him again. This team, I can't tell you how many times it's just been frozen over and over and over. And you see in Thylacia pop off. She is so good. If you have Thylacia, you've been sleeping on her, you've been debating on whether or not you should build her, hopefully you guys can see in this video, she's an amazing champion. She did 47,000 damage and Yukaro did 56. Remember, Yukaro's decked out to nuke. This team is nasty, guys. This team is absolutely nasty. Let's go back and try to fight this team again. He's either going to have 2 losses or 2 victories on his battle log. Hopefully it's going to be one victory and 1 loss. So let's see. Deleted the Royal Guard. Not a problem whatsoever. Thylacia got... Brachus is a nasty champion. When it comes to him coming back to life, and then absolutely destroying. He hits so daggone hard. He's such a good champion for arena defense because he hits so hard, especially on these low levels. Like, I don't have that much survivability. So whenever Brachus comes back and just one shot, it hits so incredibly hard, nothing I can do. I have no res champion. I don't have Arbiter. It'd be amazing if I did. I definitely wish I had Arbiter, but it is what it is. Speaking of Arbiter, can we beat an Arbiter team? She's going to have 11% more speed than me, but somehow still slower. This player has not been farming dragons. So this player basically either pulled her from a shard, or 2, got lucky and got her way before the arena gold 2 stuff was an issue, because a sub 260 speed Arbiter? What's going on? Sub 260 speed Arbiter, that's crazy. This Lysandra, almost guaranteed. Well, I always assume she's gonna be faster, but Lysandra, you need speed and accuracy, and she has both. So now she's faster, and I'm deleted. I'm dead. That's as simple as that. You get outsped, and you're dead. We'll wait a few minutes, okay? We're gonna try this team, another double speed booster. These are pretty risky. Like I said, if I was really trying to push in the arena, I wouldn't be taking these fights, because these fights, you either outspeed and win, or you make a YouTube video saying that and you get proven wrong and you end up coming back. That's definitely a possibility as well. Okay, so we got rid of the Trunda, and this actually was fine. So that shows the importance of keeping your team speed tuned, because a team like that, the weakness they have is they have to speed tune their entire team. Okay, then I know, hey, we have Deacon boosting into Apothecary. Now this much turn meter and this much speed has been increased. But if our Trunda is sitting at 140 speed, but she needs to be 152 speed according to Deadwood Jedi's website, then you know, hey, you got a gap in speed, and that gap in speed, if the enemy can fill that, you're gonna get cut in on. And if the enemy is speed tuned, like my team is, Haikatune into Shear Money, both speed tuned, then there's no your team is at a huge disadvantage. You know, like there's no reason to even have them that fast if you can't keep them speed tuned to a point. This team right here is going to be annoying because Skullcrown hits like a crazy person, hits so incredibly hard, but those speed boosters Deacon, I think we're faster. So we froze everybody except for Deacon. Doesn't matter. If they get a turn, it's actually even better because Yakarl will nuke without having the freeze on them, so the damage will work out about the same anyways. Skullcrown stays frozen, don't have to worry about her counterattack. Nice, easy clap. This team, it feels kind of bad in a way, having the chips fall basically in a perfect place to have a team like this for where I'm at in the free-to-play. But it feels even worse having a team like this, which should be amazing, but not being able to climb in the arena, mostly because of speed. Now, I can definitely get into Gold 1. I actually climbed into Gold 1 relatively easy with this team, but getting past that was difficult. If you're going through here, be very careful about the teams you pick. I wouldn't pick all these speed teams if I was really trying to hardcore climb into Gold 1. I'd really be watching the player power. Some of these teams, I don't think I'm that worried about this team. Maybe they're speed tuned, but they gotta be pretty fast because they have no real speed boosters that I know of. So as long as we freeze them, we're gonna be okay. So decreased defense on everybody. Decreased defense, absolutely incredible debuff. Must have debuff. It's gonna boost your damage so much. So now we kill Gala, or whatever her name is. Melga Steel Girdle or something. But either way, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.